Plan kita ni berjaya kan? Gagah seperti naga.
Cerita setiap masa.
Hi, this is Let's Talk and Try.
Nama saya Amalia.
I'm Atika.
And I'm Rauda.
Okay, by the way kita nak cakap sorry banyak-banyak sebab kita lambat. Minta maaf.
Technical difficulties.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, we couldn't roll due to
Correct. Sometimes technology pun kita tak
Not
boleh
that
rely
reliable.
sangat.
Yeah,
kan?
correct.
Ya, dia pun holiday juga lah.
Holiday.
Correct. Ya, apa tu? Kan dah cakap teknologi tak reliable. Yes. Tapi dah lama tak cuba korang.
Okay.
Yes.
We also dah lama tak pergi live because ada orang tu cuti panjang Dia dah level up, dah jadi isteri orang.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Congrats, sister.
Thank you, sister. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes. Serius aku rindu benda-benda macam ni.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So, how are you girls?
Good. Alhamdulillah. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm trying to adapt to apa ni, dah kahwin ni kan. Try to adapt my time dekat rumah, and then nak balik daripada kerja nak masak. I don't know how mothers deal with it, you know.
Correct.
It's just
Juggling,
struggle
right?
for me right now.
Yeah, speaking of mothers, next month is Mother's Day on 12 May. And we would like to touch on the topic of motherhood.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Apa topik dia? The good, the bad and the ugly.
Ooh.
Yes. I mean, okay, I clarify dulu lah. I'm not I'm not a mother yet.
Me too.
Yeah. She
But
is
she
going to
is
be
mother
one.
to be.
InsyaAllah, mother to be.
Yep.
But the best mummy that we think to talk about this is none other than
Ainon Talib.
Really, I'm the best person.
So you
Okay,
get
she's not the best person, but she's a mom.
Oh, yes, that I am. But best to know yet lah. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, and I think it's a topic that appeals to a lot of people lah kan. We will, inshallah, I mean everybody intends to be a mom one day, inshallah. But to be honest, there are some who don't wish to. So that's where perhaps the bad and ugly will be clarified. You know, it's not really simple lah, but we try our best.
Actually, I takut tau about this topic sebab
Kenapa?
that time I pergi baby fair. And I terkejut lah.
Kenapa?
Dia macam
Kenapa you terkejut?
I tengok macam ya Allah, mahalnya.
Yes.
Mahalnya.
Yes, it's true.
Ha-ha.
But that's the beauty about having a network of mothers. Kadang-kadang especially when you're about to be a new mother kan, everybody will do this. You nak baju baby tak? You want the breast pump tak? You know that kind of thing. Like things like this are actually very pricey. But that's where a network of mothers will be very helpful lah. That's why the hand-me-downs are so helpful. Pasal memang betul benda-benda baby. Akhirnya they know tak, all these companies, they know that we are willing to buy anything for our children. Anything. We want the best. Correct tak? The best means equal to kecil-kecil lah. You know what I mean? So unfortunately that's the case lah. And I fall for the trap. I fall.
You bought everything?
I put everything. Because I think the more expensive the better. Correct or not? And we want the best for our children. So we always, parents fall into that trap. I feel. Yeah, it's our weakness.
Weakness lah.
Nah.
Sampai dah ada anak dua sekarang.
Congratulations! Thanks everybody, thanks. Going through it again.
how different is it between Amaya and Adania?
Okay, which how you want to cover? Okay, the birth. Maybe we go through the birth first. That's the beginning of motherhood. For the difference between Amaya and Adania, Amaya, of course, I was anxious, so anxious pasal I don't know what's going on. And then most of the time, especially if you go to hospital kan, there is a difference in like macam ward A gitu, your husband can accompany you, but I didn't opt for that. I opted for like B1 for example. So husbands cannot be in the ward. So dah lah seorang, anxious, tak tahu bila nak pop, you know, that kind of thing. Then you don't know what's happening, what the nurses put this, put that and all that. So you can barely sleep, and then sakit, you know, that kind of thing. And there's nobody to comfort you, like this is normal, besides the nurses lah. Yeah, so I think having gone through that, my second time around, the labour, alhamdulillah, pasal immediately I minta obat. Before anything, hello, give me the obat, thank you very much. So I was more calm. This time I was able to watch my labour. Pasal I was not in pain. So I'm macam, oh macam gini And I was able to watch her actual birth. Dengan Amaya, I don't know what happened, terus pingsan. Yeah, so that itself was easy. But I think the second time around, alhamdulillah, because we have went through whatever we went through with the first child, the second time around kita tak so anxious. We know what's coming. Yeah, but alhamdulillah Amaya a bit challenging. Can share later.
Bila you cakap Amaya tu macam you panggil I kita Amalia.
Amaya. Kau cakap cepat sikit Amaya.
Yes.
Macam Amalia. Okay. But okay, Adania is still a baby. So paling senang. Actually when people say when I was with Amaya the first 6 months, dia cakap, "Oh, this is the best period." Macam korang gila, tak boleh tidur apa punya best, that kind of thing. But actually it is the best period because diorang tidur susu aja. Diorang belum talk back to you. Dia belum cakap, no, I don't want. So it really is the best period. Pasal you tak payah take care of their personality, what they want and what they don't want and all that. You don't have to take that in consideration. Whatever you pakaikan, dia accept aja.
There's no rejection. Maybe we can tell our audience, how old are your children?
Okay, my children. Sekarang dah plural ni. I want to say children. Macam, can you take the children? Macam weird gitu. My first child, my firstborn is Amaya and she's 4 years old this year. My second born, she's 2 months old. Of course, for now she is the youngest. For now is the youngest child. For now, yeah. So I have 2 and I'm blessed, alhamdulillah. Every day, and I'm going through my maternity leave now, so I get to spend as much time with my children at the moment.
But how do you know you are ready for the second?
Itu dia. It's a bonus question. I wasn't ready. It came as a surprise. It was a surprise. Because at that point in time, I was so comfortable having only one. I was so comfortable and Amaya was already independent. Dia dah boleh makan sendiri, dah pergi toilet sendiri. She can entertain herself. Dah macam, bestnya I'm getting back my me time. I can lock the door. That kind of thing. So I was just having that independence back, and then suddenly I checked and I was pregnant again. Yeah, I asked my husband also how come what happened, but I happened lah. Yeah, so alhamdulillah, it is the perfect timing. His timing is the perfect timing, so it is the best time. I never really decided when I have to have. I never really planned. So yeah, malu sikit nak cakap.
What's the best part about giving birth?
Giving birth itself, I think. Okay, sorry. The best part of giving birth. It's painful. It's not really, I wouldn't describe it's the best bit, but of course I was more, like I mentioned with Adania, the labour, I was able to watch the entire experience. Having her come off me and hearing her cry, that is the best part. Because when you hear the cry, right, it's like, subhanallah, I managed to bring alive. She's alive. Like it was a very emotional moment, macam ada baby betul lah. Baru dah besar and all that. But when I actually watched it, it was a beautiful moment. Yeah, and then of course seeing her at the same time, the first time, and then macam, wow, so amazing, another little human being kan. Yeah, that would be the best time. The first time I am able to see her. But to be honest, with Amaya, when people say like, oh, the first time you have a bond with your child can communicate and all that. There's no such thing, okay? I think that's why in so many cultures they make you macam pantang. That is where your relationship with your child atau macam you bond with your child. Macam you know the needs of your child. I think the first time people macam first time fell in love, don't know what. I'm like, tak ada lah. Well, I went to see Amaya. Do you know the glass? You know when you see all the babies, I don't know which one is my child. I said this one is bull. I cannot know. I don't know which one is my child. Semua look the same.
Ada nama ada.
Ada lah. Then I try to see macam daughter of Ainon, tapi tak nampak. I just wait for the nurse to bring the baby to me that I know that's my child. But before that, I know there's no natural bond. Correct. So I think in many cultures I mentioned, confinement is important for that bond as well.
Yeah. For those yang baru bersama kita,
Yeah.
we are with Ainon Talib. Yes, and if you have any struggles with motherhood, put down in the comment, give us a like so we know that you're there. Right?
Correct,
This is a safe space for all of us.
Yes,
Don't be embarrassed, don't be shy, just share.
So Ainon,
Yes.
so what's the difference between having the first and second child? Does the second child macam change your routine or not?
Okay, with the second child, of course it changes my routine. I'm back to, to be honest, at this point I haven't really know because I'm still in maternity kan. So now macam all the time in the world lah kononnya to do whatever I want, boleh masak segala. But I think I already know what to expect, right? So second child I already try to have macam this time is bedtime. I try to make it as close as possible to my first child's routine. So time tidur.
Correct.
Time makan tak boleh lah pasal dengan susu badan, so dah punya on demand kan. So I try to be on the sleep, tapi at this point I think it's a bit too early for a routine for my second child. Tapi for my daughter dah already all in place already, all the routines are in place. But for 2 months belum ada macam tunggal langgang, dia macam suka hati dia apa dia nak buat nak mandi, like for example the morning when to mandi I already have a routine. Macam pukul 9 pagi bangun mandi dah, time tidur pukul 10 dah. In between belum ada lagi. Have yet to be updated.
Is this with the first child or
Second child.
Second.
First child I don't know what to do.
Apa jadi tu?
Macam apa-apa lah, bila nak tidur lah. That's my mistake lah, to be honest, because I don't know what to expect. And then people say sleep train biar budak tu nangis. My husband, I'm the willing party, macam sleep train tak apa. But my husband dengar 5 minutes of the baby crying je, dah tak boleh. Padahal bukan dia yang bangun tau, in the middle of the night to wake the 1 week only.
Apa repeat tadi?
Atika, your husband will only help for the first week of the child. Macam, come I put the baby to you lah segala. After that bom jatuh pun dia tak bangun. Okay, and it's all you. And that's why I was the willing party to sleep train. But my husband was not willing. Pasal dia cakap kesian. Tapi bila baby bangun tengah malam, dia tak kesian, dia tidur je. Yeah, so it depends lah whether you're comfortable with it. At that point, we took into consideration sleep training was not my option. So dia ikut kita punya timing lah, tidur kedua juga dia tidur lah. But over time then the sleep pattern get better lah. Yeah, different children different lah I think.
So about we want to touch about the ugly part. Is it only sleeping? Because a lack of sleep aja.
Itu je orang warning kan?
Itu je. Tapi apa lagi? It begins with the birth.
Dia punya sakit dah ugly. You ugly, you become ugly.
Tak make up segala.
Ada tiba okay lah, I actually bring a small makeup pack. Kalau orang datang tengok, Mas, kalau tak you look like macam hantu. Mas, orang datang tengok lu muka cantik sikit. You must have a bit of makeup lah. That's what I do lah, just a bit.
Because you look tired, right? Like
you just birth a child. I came out only mengamuk pasal aircon. So I became ugly.
I remember that. Bring a makeup kit.
Bring a makeup kit. Bring a makeup kit. There's a lot of things to bring. There's a list that I created for my second birth tau. But the pain was ugly, and then after the pain, depends. For me, I only felt natural labor, and then they will have the famous cuts. And that is going to be painful for at least 2 weeks. I remember I forgot the pain, and then when now that it's still fresh kan the pain, I remember for the first 2 weeks nak kencing tu, this is exactly what I did. I picit my head because nak kencing, sorry to say, I don't know whether this is TMI, tapi tak apalah this is the raw truth.
Get real.
Get real. This is as real as you can get. Bila nak kencing tu, dia punya pedis, subhanallah. I literally just grab my head and just press sampai I habis kencing. Just to get through that kencing pain dia punya pedih lain. So it's a bit painful. That's to me ugly lah. And then the tidur is expected. And then when people say sleep when the baby sleep, that one bull. There's no such thing.
I fikir sikit apa tu bull. Okay, faham. Okay.
Tak ada. Mana ada orang cakap that is the time you want to macam tengok Instagram, nak tengok TV, catch up on your Netflix, and then after complain sendiri tak cukup tidur, that kind of thing. But that's ugly. And then the biggest ugly to me is actually breastfeeding. People do not speak of the pain of breastfeeding. Orang cakap, nanti you kena breastfeed tau, it's better for the baby. Makcik, but you never tell me about the bleeding, the pain, the kaki sampai gini.
I didn't know about the bleeding also.
Yeah, no, it's painful. Of course, when they say, pasal you never breastfeed betul-betul. And then some hospitals, they actually bring you, they go counselling, breastfeeding counselling lah, apalah and all that.
Wow.
Yeah, there is such a thing, but it's not really about, one is about the pain of breastfeeding itself. If they never latch properly kan, nanti you will start bleeding. Then number 2, the pain of orang constantly asking you whether you got milk. Macam you lembu. You know what I mean? And then the stress of you imposing on yourself whether I'm eating enough, am I doing enough and all that. It's so stressful. It's a huge topic, I think. Being a mother, a new mother especially, right, breastfeeding, it's a pain. It can get ugly. There are so many people that goes into postnatal depression because of their milk source. That's why there is a business, so many businesses around lactation cookies lah, lactation tea lah, apalah, because there is a problem, hence there is a solution. Now this problem is breastfeeding itself, and I think it's under discussed. Yeah, that's what I feel lah. Macam that's the pain, breastfeeding. And emotionally kan, sometimes you become like if you are not able to provide enough, or you are told that you are not feeding your child enough, right? Mentally it's going to affect you apa? Yeah.
Okay, sekarang
apart from the physical lah.
Takut sikit lah kan?
Tak lah, bukan takut lah. Tapi you know what? I had a cousin of mine that actually shared these sentiments about breastfeeding, about the reality and all that before I gave birth, and I thought it helped because she's giving me a real picture.
Yes.
Dari kan macam keluar je macam so beautiful babe, butterflies semua sekali kena sakit sini sakit sana.
But it's worth it now.
Of course. Of course lah, worth it. You know, okay, what makes it worth it, right? Especially now is my 2-month-old punya, dia bangun aja, she gives you the biggest grin, macam dia faham what you talk, macam ni, alamak, I tell you. Okay, that's worth it lah. It makes it all worth it. But actually, if you take it one step at a time, it actually being a mother is easy. As long as you don't take the pressures of the outside. Means orang punya expectations of you, or your expectation of yourself, you just remove this kind. Actually, it's a beautiful experience. But you live in society, you are surrounded by makcik, so no choice. Yeah, you somehow internalize the expectations as well. But yeah, their smile, and then some days Amaya punya macam I love you me,
Cuba Amalia try I love you me. Tambah bodoh
Dia cute lah.
Okay,
kita ada komen.
Kita ada komen from Nurul Ain. Hi Ainon and ladies. Okay, I know rezeki di tangan Tuhan, but just want to hear from Ainon, how much do we need to spend in a year for a kid?
Allah.
Before birth, kena prepare. After birth, clothes, toys, education, dah besar, preschool, etc. Thank you.
Okay, this
I
will
actually
apply to me
did.
also.
Gini tak? Habis terus mic close kan. I actually did research, girl. I actually buat research that for a normal lah to get through a child to macam poly lah, habis poly
okay,
at least $500,000. Okay, tapi kita jangan tengok jauh lah, kita tengok dekat-dekat lah, tengok dekat macam nak give birth the appointment itself, the minute you find out you pregnant, dah $20 you nak test. Lepas tu you tak percaya test, beli 3 test
$60.
dah $60. Dah test appointment, doctor appointment, you want the best. Sometimes for me lah, I wanted the best for my child and all that. Jadi I go to macam government hospital, tapi I nak private route kan. So I have a doctor, a dedicated doctor just to me, my gynae. Every appointment about $150 to $200. Okay. Then every month depends, you have appointment. So 200. And then after that, apa-apa test lah, then they say you want to check the Down syndrome test, $800. Pap test. Tu baru pregnant dah belum keluar. Dah nak keluar tu masuk hospital, you must prepare about $2,000. Right? And then dah keluar, actually if let's say you're breastfeeding, senang lah. You just need to care about diapers. Diapers is about $29. We'll get through 2 weeks or so. for the rest of your life until you toilet train lah. That's why most parents cepat-cepat toilet train tak payah. If you're spending on formula, it's about $90 per tin for 1 kilogram. And behind the story of that, now I just was telling them just now earlier, I ever stood at NTUC aisle in front of the formula aisle menangis tengah pregnant.
Kenapa?
Pasal I macam how the poor want to afford formula. Kasihan. I mean, think about it. Think about it. How are the poor going to afford it? And then I posted it online. I macam very fast to snap post kan. And then there was this one story, subhanallah, I cried, you all. I'm still funny. She said there was some times that I really couldn't afford formula. I used condensed milk and put water and give to my child because I couldn't afford formula.
Oh my god.
Reality check.
It's expensive, you know, and there are people out there trying to get by. They have no choice but to give condensed milk with water tau. Because that's the reality. It's so expensive.
Does it help if you get back to the core of the reason why you want to get pregnant, why you want to have children?
Okay, I think initially when we had, it's a natural cause of kan macam, for example, people get married and then they're like, okay, what's happening next? Ada anak you know, that kind of thing. So we try to have this macam natural cause of macam action, course of action. Is that the trajectory, right? People expect that of you. But actually, when you have a child, then you realize actually it's a true amanah. It's really an amanah. Like for me, it's about the legacy of my family. They will continue, for example, the Ainon Talib and Ainon Gunawan generation. Gitu macam generation apa gitu kan? But insyaAllah, yeah. But you know, we want to expand the ummah. And then this is what I learned only after I gave birth. Then macam, oh, you know, this is the reason why we get pregnant. At the end of the day, we also, there is that question mark, if we had children, how would they look like? Itu lah, that is a vain punya reason lah. That's what correct lah. Don't tell me you didn't figure that out. Macam, if you have children,
sekarang ada app lah.
Ada app kan, blend muka semua. Kan muka macam Brad Pitt je. Habis macam, children so handsome gitu.
Sebelum kahwin dah letak kan ni. Kalau tak lawa ke tak jangan kahwin. Boleh gitu. Boleh
tak cute lah. Okay, but at the end of the day, you know, sometimes people say, you know, that's the reason why we get married, to have children, that kind of thing. But then again, you know, it is in fact a decision that we make as women, because we have to allow it. We bear the brunt of being a mother. Really, I think a lot of people, it has been topic everywhere lah. Like everybody says about it. It's such underdog role. Macam it's not as appreciated. Yeah, one day Mother's Day. My mother, my favourite line, every day Mother's Day, bukan one day. My friend, I give her card macam every day Mother's Day, which is true. They deserve it tau. Because I feel that it changes the identity of a woman. I'm no longer macam, like, it's true when they say you sacrifice your entire identity for your child. The minute you have a child, you sacrifice absolutely everything. You're the only one that responds to the cry. Kau husband tak boleh harap ni. No lah, I'm just kidding. There are what, like I said, there's always one in the that will macam get ready everything, susu semua siap. Tu yang best. Kalau abang-abang kat luar sana macam gitu, I like. Awak suami tercontoh. But you know, reality is most of it is being performed by the mother. Feeding, bathing, upbringing, cost of education, something like it is like they dedicated to the mother, you know, the kind of thing. Even if you're working, you're still responsible over the child. The child's livelihood, or how they survive, or how they become, somehow is still skewed to the mother, right? Yeah, you are responsibility for another human being. Yeah, you tidur sikit, you don't know whether they are breathing or not.
Because women also can multitask.
Yeah, they are able. Men are not able. It's not inside their system to multitask. You tell them to take A, they do A. They never macam, oh, along the way ada B. Tak ada. But we are able.
Single check my.
Correct not? You don't lie. You don't lie, okay? If I ask you, go and take the pot, and put it on the sink. You macam which pot? Tak tengok. Ya, dia kata take the orange pot yang ada daging kat dalam. You put man yang kena buat gitu. Dia tak ada initiate. It's not in the system. Kalau ada tu, wah, you brought up. No, it's our responsibility. Kalau you ada boy, you jaga. You bilang your boy.
Equality.
Now I teach my girls what kind of what kind of qualities to look out for. Dia boleh jaga baby tak gitu. We must educate them. Yeah, but okay lah. At the end of the day, we break. The reality is the the identity of a child, their livelihood and how they survive is largely due to the mother, and how it falls on the mother's responsibility or shoulders. Ya, tukar diaper. Kalau you tak bilang your husband to tukar diaper, budak tu sampai busuk-busuk pun dia tak buka. You know that kind of thing. Yeah, you have to macam dah berak, bau busuk. You know, you have to, because you have that natural kesian. You have empathy. Mothers have empathy. That's why there's a lot of empathy. Semua orang nak tolong. Yeah. So we are overflowing. We women in general, we are overflowing with empathy. Yeah. So that's why we are gifted with the ability to be a mother. That's what I feel.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's
Can you imagine?
Motherhood lah.
Can you imagine if fathers are the mothers, like if reversed? Kesian tau anak-anak
I boleh imagine. I mean how my mother jaga I tak tahulah when you mention about it's an amanah.
Yeah.
I macam terharu sikit.
Right. No, it is. At the end of the day, it
lah.
is. And when I became a mother myself, I asked the same question. How did my mother do it? How did they raise me? Macam kononnya I macam bagus gitu. Macam how did she do it with me? So I try to macam copy whatever she did and try to apply to my own upbringing. Kalau cubit anak, I pun cubit. Pasal I victim dulu. I'm just kidding. But then again, we reflect back on our mother, on how they upbring. Because we think they are the best. Correct tak?
Correct.
No matter how we turn out lah. But however they did, at the end of the day, we do it out of love. Kadang-kadang, like for example, like the ugly side of motherhood, which is very recent to me, because my second child, Amaya, kan, she's growing up, she's still a child, but then kita macam we want the best for them, we want them to behave and all that, and then the ugly side of us come out, and sometimes macam disciplining for example, when come out, that's the ugly Ainon come out. Wow, you know. Yeah, I remember kalau satu blok boleh dengar my suara, itulah. You know that kind of thing. But do you know that actually it eats us up inside when we discipline or we shout or whatever. Macam sometimes I find myself crying in the shower pasal of how my daughter look at me. Macam she was afraid of me. And then I realised that why is she afraid of me? She's not supposed to be afraid of me. I'm supposed to be the mother figure, the loving figure, but I'm also the disciplining figure. Sometimes we are required to do the necessary evil and we become ugly. Maybe that's the ugliest side of motherhood. Yeah. You have no choice, but you have to do what is necessary, or the necessary evil. Kesian tau, buka dia macam I don't want Umi. Alamak, I tell you, that breaks my heart to 1,000 pieces. So I can imagine kalau mothers dulu diorang macam pukul ke sebat. Can you imagine they cannot sleep tau. And we think they are so evil, but actually it's eating them up inside. Only now we feel kan?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
We will never know.
Dulu lagi banyak anak ramai anak.
Macam mana? I ask my mother, how our grandmother do it one after another. Kalau kita complain, teacher sakit apa beranak. They did it every year 1 year apart. Every year teacher sakit. Aduh, you know what I mean or not? And they had no epidural like girl.
Whoa.
Strong man. Every year they give birth tau. But my mom said, yelah dulu kita boleh taruh anak dalam kotak. You want to put your anak in kotak meh?
Nanti kena complain nanti kena kecap.
That's why.
What kind of mother will be? Maybe tiger mom. I tak tahu lah.
It depends.
What will be?
I don't know.
But
I
then
don't know.
but you become psycho a bit. You become psycho. Really, I'm not kidding. You become psychotic a bit. Budak tu tengok pun macam what's wrong? One moment I'm macam screaming macam what? The next moment I'm like, are you okay?
But
you know what I mean, like I love you, you know I love you, right?
Yes, mommy, I love you.
Amaya.
But for you, what do you describe yourself?
Myself.
Yes.
Bukan mom you are tiger mom ke?
I try to be a macam I try to be nice mom. I don't know how to say nice, but talking. I try to indulge in talking. But sometimes like patience kan, when your child is doing this to you, I don't want. No, I don't want. And then you become tiger mom. No, dia terkeluar. Dia punya tiger terkeluar. You become
Tak sengaja
Tak sengaja. Dia macam why you say no, that kind of thing. Macam you want your child to be polite, budi apa? Sopan santun. But at the end of the day, they are still children. They will test your patience. Good luck.
Dia good luck betul-betul.
Aku tengok the most recent soon to be yang good luck. Yeah. Dia macam even if you don't want to be a tiger mom, okay, everything out of love lah. You want your children to be yang baik, yang bagus, yang tertib, muslimah yang baik. That's what you want for them, right? Tapi kalau dorang aja kan, don't deviate from your view of macam ni tak tertib ni tak tertib, then you become a tiger. Yeah, I mean different times lah, but most times actually they are beautiful children. They idolize you. You are their queen. For now.
For now.
Until dorang macam deviate yang macam I like somebody else lah. But for till they are about 6, 7, 8, 9, you are their queen. So how beautiful is that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. But you told us about your daily routine kan? Do you share it with your husband to help out, or is it helper?
Oh, okay. I share. Alhamdulillah. Okay. I myself, I grew up with a helper throughout my life. But of course, I grew up with my helper to a point that also she didik me.
Wow.
You know, like sorry terkeluar. So my mom is very lucky. All her helpers, I mean, she went to work. All her helpers really treat me like their child. So I'm very blessed in that way. Aside from that, I decided to have a helper of my own because I was actually a stay-at-home mother for a year and a half. So I had a full year and a half with Amaya. And then I decided to go out to work because staying at home, being a mother at home, it's not easy, guys. I have my hats off to all mothers out there who decide. It's actually a choice. Ultimately, it's a choice whether they want to do that. For me, I choose to have a helper and go out to work. And of course, I share most of the motherly duties. That's why there's this term they say, macam they are our sub. Macam they are playing the role of a mother as well, right? So we are macam sublet our role duty to them a bit lah. I mean, that's the reality, and all of this is out of love as well. We want the best for our children, correct or not? So of course, the routines, whatever I want, I set it and I share with the helper. So for example, senang lah actually. Like apart from cooking, sometimes cooking. Now that I'm not working, I take over the role of cooking and feeding, and certain tasks are performed by the helper lah. Yeah, but before this, kalau I need help, because I was staying with my mother and my in-laws concurrently, so we do share the roles. Ultimately, right, the beauty of parenting is that it takes a village. You are never alone. Sometimes I even like it when api-api macam, girl lah, you don't do that lah, girl lah. You know, that kind of thing. I love it when people macam
Contribute lah.
Yeah, contribute. Because I grew up like that. Neighbor semua complain to our mother kalau kita bawa blog buat something naughty kan. Entah balik je dah pap dah kena. Why you do downstairs? Pasal ada neighbor call the mother and all that. The network is so strong. And that's the beauty. I think it's so necessary and something that is slowly fading away from our society.
Actually, speaking of that, right? Actually, some mothers they might be macam
offended,
tak boleh kena tegur.
Tak boleh lah. I mean, at the end of the day, right? You have to understand that everybody have to do something for the betterment of the child. Kalau you sikit-sikit tersinggung, I mean, which mother won't be tersinggung? But sometimes you have to hold it in and agree. For example, if somebody is going to tell my child like, don't be like this, don't behave like this, it's not right, Takkan you nak, this is my child, you don't take my child. I mean, it's correct. And sometimes it's more effective that a third party does it. Lagi diorang dengar.
Diorang segan gitu
Yeah, kalau kita cakap the same thing, don't do that, diorang tak dengar. Kalau orang lain cakap, suddenly it works. Same like husband. Kita complain. Tapi kita cakap the same thing, orang luar cakap, betul lah. Same. Yeah.
Ainon's husband tengok tak ni?
Dia tengok and he knows I always no, I mean okay, my husband is a beautiful human being. Okay, he compliments me in ways that no one can. Okay, that being said,
Takut nampak.
that being said, I mean every human has its weaknesses lah, and the general men have the common weakness. Yeah, so that's but at the end of the day it can be overcome lah, you know what I mean.
Correct. You're saying jangan tegur di hati, jangan sikit-sikit.
Yeah, sikit-sikit tegur di hati.
Tapi now ada social media. I mean, if you don't rent it there, you rent it online.
Lagi dangerous.
Kenapa?
Yelah, I mean your aib is out to everybody. I'd rather someone correct me right in front of my face than tell the world what I did something wrong. What? Takkan I'd rather someone macam in front of my face, anak Ainon jangan macam gini Ainon. I'd rather than anak Ainon tadi dekat Geylang buat gini all, tapi dia tak buat apa-apa. Jeng. Yeah, so I think some things doesn't okay. At the end of the day, social media we put whatever is nice. We don't. At the end of the day, we go back to jangan air your dirty laundry in public. Right? Kita pun tak nak show our ugly side tengah marah-marah, tengah maki-maki. You know what I mean tak? Yeah. Tengah marah-marah anak. We don't put it online. You don't see me macam Amaya. I upload the ones that macam Amaya. Say hi Amaya.
How do you rent?
How I rent?
Yes.
About my child?
No. For example, let's say you don't agree with someone telling you that tak boleh jaga anak ni macam gini. How do you rent?
Kalau orang dulu. Dulu I go to social media juga. Tapi I buat macam anonymous lah. Macam you know last time, you know when I'm the mother, right? I have every right to tapi macam it's actually directly after an incident that happened, that kind of thing. Tapi macam you know you shouldn't intervene. I do that. But when orang masuk campur, right? Sometimes they say this is something I realised after some time. But initially I was offended. I thought people were thinking macam I'm not good enough of a mother that they have to tell me what is a better way. They think that I'm not capable enough. Why are you doing this? Why is your choice better? Is your upbringing better? I got defensive. Sorry angin. I got very defensive. But after a while, then I realised that you know what? Actually they are doing all this. They are saying all this out of love. Diorang nak yang terbaik. Same for a stranger that tells you off or tells your child off. It's out of love. They want the they want macam your child to also be sopan santun. They don't want the child to be like that. So why are we stopping that when they have the good intention for a child? Janganlah you debit my child, I debit you also. You know what I mean? Correct. If that's your way of discipline, you know macam this is for the betterment. You don't, I will come charging at you. Yeah. But if kalau orang tu cakap in a nice manner to educate the child, why not? Yeah, right. But that's a different method opposed to telling you like you should do this, why you do this, telling you what's wrong. This is something to come. I think every mother out there, right, macam is excited about a new mother because it's a beautiful experience. You're about to enter. They want to share their experience with you, right? Yeah, and they want to share whatever works for them. But at the end of the day, every child is different. Every mother is different. You will find what's best for you. You can pick and choose what you want. At the end of the day, whatever suits you best. Yeah, and they share because they love you and your child.
Yang orang menerima pun kena accept lah.
Yeah.
Dengar tu kena accept.
Another ugly thing. Sorry, I nak ugly.
Another
ugly thing. Betul. Pasal orang semua cakap yang baik-baik. Yang ugly semua orang tak nak cakap.
This is a safe space. Let's do it.
Kan aku dah gini. When you give birth or when you have a child, sorry jauh sikit, marah sangat. when you're pregnant and you have a child, you tend to put on weight, right? This is something I need to tell all this makcik. Jangan komen makcik. Tolong makcik, jangan komen. For example, kalau orang tu baru beranak, masih gemuk. I had this twice on both pregnancy. Diorang think that kita magically macam slim down. Poof, dah cantik. No, that kind of thing. No, 9 months on, 9 months off. So makcik, jangan, it's not, maybe they think it's out of love. Again, kita sangka baik. Out of love, they want us to look good, right?
Yeah.
But then again, that's not the way. You know, when you do that to people, when they will feel so insecure, when they just birthed a beautiful being, you shouldn't direct the focus of a mother to losing weight, looking good. Biarkan lah. Why are you so bothered with a new mother's figure when you should congratulate her for being able to get through whatever difficulties she's going through, right? So I find it that people should stop commenting on that. Mulut tu
Atika, you look beautiful, Atika.
Yeah, you look beautiful. Beautiful. Kan, lepas tu whatever extra interest, it's okay. In time, you can work it out. You know, there are so many mothers out there that actually go through. I myself feel pressured. Why do you think I go out for my walks and all that? Also, apart from that, I just want to maintain myself to be healthy lah. Yalah.
I think you excited sangat lah. You mic, your mic dekatkan sikit.
Okay, tak dengar. Tapi
tak
takut
dengar.
marah sangat.
It's okay.
Macam suara tu. Yeah, so I think that's another thing to be discussed. I mean, you will put on weight and all that, but eventually you will lose it. For all new mothers out there, don't worry about the weight. It will go off. It took me 1.5 years. Maybe some will lose it in 6 months. Good for you. But for the rest of us, we'll be stuck with it, and we just need to, work it out and work out on timeline. Yeah, jangan be so pressured. I thought pantang was a magical period that I lose all my fats. Tetapi dia masih kat situ.
But as a celebrity, macam Russia,
You Russia apa?
Pressurized tak?
Of course. And I bukan celebrity lah.
Are you sure?
But you kakak pops lah gitu.
Kakak pops.
Instagram.
Kakak Gram.
Sis cuba. But then again, yeah, at the end of the day, everybody wants to see nice things. But but the reality has to come out. People have to share what's real first. Yeah, for me, what's real is I become lembu after I give birth. And I want people to understand that it's okay, it's natural. Let me be the example of someone who goes through the normal routine where the weight stays on and eventually will go off. I tak ada pakai celebrity dietitian, nutritionist, tak ada. Kita pakai makcik urut dengan pantang food. Lepas tu it's still there. You still look like that. So it's okay. It takes time, and scientifically it's natural. Take your time.
I think because after you give birth, you're supposed to heal your body.
Yeah, right? Your body has went through so much, Like why pressure? Why put the focus on losing weight? Don't do that to yourself. That's one thing that I want my personal advice to new mothers out there, because kita there are those yang macam lepas beranak terus seksi seh. Lagi-lagi hari raya dah nak datang. 2019 banyak baby born tau. Dia banyak comparison tau nanti. Habis aku. Kenapa dia macam lembu Setiap dia dah kurus
That's true.
So the reality will get in my face soon. So that's the reality lah. Let me be one of the real people to share the truth, honest truth of what I've experienced. Yeah.
But you do look good after you give birth actually.
Makeup girl. You make up.
By the time you bare face very pretty also.
Tak adalah
flawless.
Flawless. Sis.
Jungle crush.
Sis cuba girl. Sis cuba. That's the only 5 minutes that you have to yourself. Mandi and all that. Yeah, mandi time is gonna be interesting.
It's in your mind lah. You have that confidence.
Tak lah. I think you just be yourself. Rest well. Don't be pressured. Think of the good things only. Inshallah, everything will be okay.
We did IG
poll.
post.
Poll.
Apa dia? Apa poll you buat?
On our IG, type and try. What's the question?
Would you quit your job, your full-time job, to attend to your child?
Wow.
And the answer is 71% say yes.
Wow.
And 29% say no.
But then I know just now mentioned that you actually prefer to be working kan?
For me personally, okay, at the end of the day, I think this is a personal choice. Cannot semua orang. This is not a choice of which is better or not.
Okay.
Like for example, 71% prefer to stay at home. It's beautiful. They prefer to, but are they? That's another question. Because at the end of the day, we are living in a very high cost of living environment. Sometimes we have no choice. We really have no choice but to go out to work, right? Most mothers, I bet, wants to stay home. I bet plus chop want to stay home. But sometimes staying home also encompasses a lot of other things. It's not only jaga anak, dia jaga laundry, jaga kapet, jaga katil, jaga baju, jaga toilet, jaga suami, jaga makan. So it's not entirely like I stay home to jaga anak. No. If that is your choice to focus on your child, sometimes other things terbiar. It's fine because that's a personal choice to dedicate all their time and energy to their child, which I find I respect that as well. But for me, I thought it was not easy at all. Hari-hari bertekak. Macam I felt macam my husband come back, dia dah nah ambil on child, I want to rest, you know, that kind of thing. So it's a personal choice. But for me, I personally prefer to work. One, for my of course to get extra income to help my husband. Secondly is of course to provide the best opportunities for the child, because with extra income you can give them better things, correct or not?
Correct.
Yeah. And the third thing is of course I think social network, your
mental health
health. Because when you are stuck at home, sometimes when I did it for 1.5 years, I felt that I was left out on what's going on out there, because I had no one to talk to. I was just dedicating my time and energy to my house, to my child. Yeah. So I decided to go out and work. But given a choice, if I could, of course I would stay at home. Why would I want to miss the milestones, my child's milestones? Provided I don't have to do the laundry gitu kan. I can stay at home nak jaga anak, tapi I tak nak buat laundry, I tak nak buat gitu kan.
Dear husband.
Dear husband. It would be nice if you could wash your clothes and cook.
Yeah.
And do the dishes.
We asked a question as well.
Yes.
Dear mummies, what are your struggles in motherhood? That's on our IG.
Okay, and what
for
was
now, we will just go on a break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Plan kita ni berjaya kan? Gagah seperti naga.
Jelita setiap masa.
Yay! Welcome back to Let's Talk and Thrive.
Yay.
Yes, we have Ainon Talib here. If you have any struggles, you're gonna share something with us, this is a safe space. I repeat, this is a safe space.
Yes.
Comment, leave a comment, give us a like, give us the heart shape, so we know you're there.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So we posted a question 2 days ago on Tide and Thrive punya Instagram. Dear mummies, what are your struggles in motherhood? And somebody said trying to juggle being a good mom and a good employee.
Maknanya orangnya bekerja jugalah.
A working mom,
Being a
good mom and a good employee.
Do you have any tips?
good mom and being a good employee.
Agaknya nak kena be at work on time.
Oh ya. Itu bukan pasal anak Itu personal. Whether you can be on time. Jangan blame it on the child Cari Chan je. Cari Chan je, blame it on child No, but then again, if let's say you're handling everything on your own, nak kena siapkan anak, pergi childcare and all that, of course it will take time. But aside from that, to juggle, I think it's a magic. It's a mysterious magic how women can juggle so many things plus working. I think that maybe that is that macam silent, macam si ni asyik ambil MC je atau child MC je, that kind of thing. Like some people do not have the liberty of tumpang anak kat rumah mak, or don't have the choice of for example myself, alhamdulillah I'm able to have a helper at home, so ada orang yang jaga. Tapi some people, those who do not have those options and everything is on them, they have to take the options of CMC ke, take leave, emergency leave. They have no choice right? And then unfortunately sometimes this is perceived negatively, macam you are not fully dedicated to work, but they are doing only so much to jaga both. You know something. Sometimes being at work pun you rasa bersalah. I remember nak naik bus tu nak pergi kerja. I cried and I told myself, and should I just go up and quit my job? I was at the bus stop tau, and I was at the bus stop. I'm thinking macam, I think today's the day I just quit my job. I just want to go up and take care of my child. There is a constant struggle of whether you want to be at work or you want to be at home. I think it's something that we cannot escape. But at the end of the day, we have to do what is necessary. Yeah.
Okay. I think this is the dilemma of
A modern mother who works. You know, maybe last time nenek kita, they don't work. So they are able to stay at home and take care of all their 10 children. You know, and they master it to a point that all 10 come out good. You know what I mean? Isn't it amazing? All 10 of them survive tau. Yeah.
But how do you make up the time lost at work, and then how do you spend your time with your children?
I mean, that's where, okay, for me personally, alhamdulillah, I changed my job scope. I took a huge pay cut, to be honest, to work in childcare environment. So I'm working in a childcare, and alhamdulillah, thanks to my company and thanks to my boss, I'm able to put my child in the same childcare or same preschool. So I make it up to her in my journey back home with her. So that 1 hour or 1 hour and a half, I'm like, hey, so how's your day? So that's my me time with her. So I am able to do that. And of course weekends are. But don't lie, okay, parents, you don't feel guilty and buy kids toys and your kedai mama, you know, you just pass aja. You want what? What you want? Just one. You know, that kind of thing. You tend to do that because you try to compensate with toys or candies or something. You have no choice, but you think that you can buy their love a bit lah, lollipop. Okay, right? I'm guilty as charged. But yeah.
Belikan apa lollipop?
Belikan lollipop lah. 1 ke 2. Habis toys berlambak. You know, then to a point that when I put a stop to it, when my child started demanding. I want this now. Then I'm macam, but because we started it,
become a regular thing for
yeah,
her.
whatever she wanted, I gave to compensate. But then I put a stop to it already lah. Yeah.
There's another one. Your me time will be with your baby by then, but it's worth it. Embrace the moment.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's another saying. They will only be small once. They will only be a baby once. Once you miss it, you don't embrace it. Like, okay, one thing that I have a constant struggle with is co-sleeping. Co-sleeping maknanya dia tidur kat katil sama lah. No choice lah. With me, yeah. So like it's something that I told myself, like, I asked my daughter, do you want to have your own room? Would you like to sleep in your own bed? No. Means sleep on my bed lah, no choice. Then when I got pregnant, I said, why do you sleep on the floor? No. I'm like, why must I downgrade to the floor? She asked me back, alamak, how to say? Am I the first child kena, you know, downgrade? But at the end of the day, then someone told me this. They will only be small once. There will come a day when they say, I don't want to sleep with you anymore. Tak heartbreak. Tak heartbreak you all.
I probably said that lah.
Then I just macam, tak apalah, you sleep with me. Because once they reach 10 years old, they don't want you to hold their hands. They don't want to be seen hugging you. You know what I mean? So embrace it while they sleep. Rimas. To be honest, rimas. Sikit-sikit dia minta for you. Sometimes macam, go and ask somebody else lah. Ask your father. Why father never do it? Ask your father to do something lah. But then again, I tell myself all the time, they will only want this of you now. So enjoy it while you can. While you are their queen. Before they ada boyfriend. That one ada danger I got 2 girls, you all. Jeng.
I think like what you said, you have to change our perspective lah.
Yeah.
Kan?
Only see the positive in things.
If you are tired, macam tengah apa tadi you cakap, tengah anak panggil, lepas tu then you have to switch your mind kan, think of something positive. Dan tengah cuci cuci pinggan, you have to think of something. It's nice that I actually ada anak. It's nice that I ada rumah, I get to do this.
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to switch everything to something positive, because that will only get you through whatever the challenges you have go through. If you see the negative and you indulge in negative, and then you see macam, what are that, no, there is negatives there, but you have to perceive the positivity in everything. Even your husband also. Macam kesian dia penat. Dia kerja satu hari tau. You know that kind of thing. You know, you have to see everything positively. Yeah. Tapi kadang-kadang it will get to you lah. Sometimes you just get tired. You just get tired. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to say I'm tired. Can you please take care? You must open your mouth. Yeah, no choice. Sometimes you need a day off. Take a day off. People understand.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's another thing. Do you miss a couple time?
Couple time?
Apa tu couple time? Apa maksa couple time sekarang?
Funny thing is we yearn for it macam just need one day without the kids, for example, kan. But when, for example, I put my daughter at my mum's, and my mum, especially when I just macam I was pregnant, heavily pregnant, and my mum macam, okay, why don't you rest? I'll take Amaya and stay with me for a bit. And then the house is so silent. Then you macam, dah lah balik. Then it gets weird because it's no longer the same. But of course, at the end of the day, you are also a wife. I find this very important to also highlight. Thank you for highlighting this. Doesn't mean you become a mother that you are only a mother. You also are a wife to a husband. We cannot neglect them either. But best thing is, husbands, don't neglect your wife, and she will never neglect you. That's what I feel. Like when they help out, right? You have this sense of macam, thank you so much, you know. And that's where your relationship evolves. It's no longer about macam nak pergi dating, movie together. No, it evolves. The couple time evolves to, come, let's go and have prata together with the kids, or okay, let's go for a walk or go for a hike. That's your couple time. It's no longer about macam me, you, one and no. It has, to me, it has evolved. It becomes unnatural if the children are not in the picture. That's what I feel. Habislah aku kalau diorang dah kahwin. Macam, this is so weird, what do I do with you? But then again, we are still their wife. You know, they still need love. So do we. That's why I always tell people, we too need to be loved as well. Yeah, it becomes a reciprocal thing lah. You take care of me, I take care of you. Must give and take lah. Yeah. Because you know, that's where sometimes when I see my husband mandikan anak, there's a different sense of love. You know, macam, wow. You know, that wow moment. You know, like that love. Yeah, it evolves. I feel. Yeah, it's beautiful. Watching your husbands interact with children. I feel it's beautiful, especially when you give birth and you see your husband carry your child. Macam azan kan, kau makan kan, you macam
cair gitu.
Proud moment. Yeah, but yeah, it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Especially if the husband is very much involved. Yeah. Kita berthankful tau. Kita berthankful tau. Actually, silently, as much as kita macam bossing them around kan. You better do this, I do this. But actually when they do it right, I'm actually very grateful to my husband. Yeah.
Okay, we have another
one.
Apa dia?
Kids learn at their own pace.
True.
And mummies must remember to always do you. Don't be pressurized.
Yeah, it's true.
Kompetitif kan selalu.
Yeah, jangan. Like we go back to macam, why is my child? For example, some people macam, why is my child not talking yet? Or why is my child still on the bottle? Or macam people macam, why your child still on the bottle? You macam, oh, cannot lah. You know that kind of thing. We learn, especially for the first child. You know, I only discovered that it's best not to bottle feed your child. No, stop at 3 years old. Teach them how to do the drinking from a cup. You wouldn't have known. Sometimes when they say competitive, macam when people perceive it as competitive, but actually maybe they're just reminding you of what the expectation. But then again, every child is different. Every mother or every parent is different. Tak boleh compare. You know, different capabilities, different interests. If dia tak nak pergi, dia tak suka go to the beach, tak suka lah. Then what? You nak force them? Kenapa you nak force them makan epok-epok? Dia tak suka sayur. Then slowly do something else. You know, it's not macam, wow, best. Do you get a thumbs up for every time your child eat sayur? No, right? Nobody's macam, best lah mak ni, best. Baik. You know,
dapat trofi
tak ada trofi apa? Tak ada orang kasih trofi pun. You know that kind of thing. Do what's best. And you know, for your child, of course, if they need to. But it's a competition. There's no competition. Sometimes this is so unhealthy that your child feels the pressure, which is worse. Macam budak tu tak nak duduk diam, sudahlah. You dah cakap, then you want me to what? Beat the child in front of you, then you should be quiet. You know what I mean not? Like some people, for example, the child macam jalan-jalan, but you wouldn't know. For example, the child maybe have ADHD.
Yeah.
Atau you know, budak mak dia, you have to be understanding. It's something that I myself personally understood when I entered the preschool industry, then I realised, every children have their challenges. We cannot just macam judge macam tak tahu ajar anak ni, you know that kind of thing. No, it's not. Sometimes it's not the mother, sometimes it's not. You cannot be so outright judgmental like that. Tak boleh lah. Yeah, it's not a competition. Nobody gives us an award. Kalau award bagus lah, dapat duit ke, $1 million, my best mother award.
For giving anak sayur
anak sayur dapat makan, budak tu cakap suka makan sayur.
Wow.
$1 million for you. Siapa tak nak? Aku pun buat gitu sih.
Hari-hari. Okay.
But no, we don't get any of that, do we?
There's another one, balancing work and family and chores and ... Maybe you want to give us, the audience tips. Macam mana nak balance work, family and chores?
Bukan tips lah. This is my choice lah. I wouldn't say tips lah. For me personally, I mentioned, like I shared earlier, I engaged a helper lah to help me. At the end of the day, she's doing me a huge favor. This helper of mine, because we are able to delegate our responsibilities here and there. But for those yang macam, I also nak tahu macam mana diorang balance yang macam do it on their own, work, chores, anak dia boleh jadi top student, that kind of thing, you know. How do they do it, man? Yeah, like ada 4 anak tapi all of them are well mannered and pandai, sopan santun, boleh hafal Al-Quran gitu Wow. I would know there are children like that out there, and you just look at the mother and say, wow, what an amazing work. I also want to do, but personally how I try to do it to balance is I decided to employ a helper. So for example, in terms of didik anak, maybe that's my department. For chores, alhamdulillah, she is able to help me in that sense to complete the task of the household. But aside from that, mendidik anak and all that, whatever I can do, which is supposed to be my responsibility, I try to perform it. But of course, I also tell my helper, she is helping me. Kalau you have to mendidik, you have to reprimand, you have to discipline, please go ahead. Treat my child like your child. That's exactly how the helpers that were assisting my mother, they treated me like their child. Nak kena marah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's my decision. But if there is people out there who can give tips, give me say.
So do you have like a network of mummies ke?
Yeah. Do you?
Network. Okay, I think social media has its beauty. Where, for example, every time I have issues or macam problem that I'm facing, macam mana nak kasih anak aku makan, that kind of thing, I just put it on Instagram or Insta story, and then people macam, why don't you try this, why don't you try that? That is my personal network. Yeah. So, and people are so forthcoming, so nice to share, you know, and they know that people need help, mothers need help, so it's fine. Then some people ada website lah, ada apa and all that, but malas nak baca, terus pergi Instagram je, dapat answer immediately, you know. But of course there are websites out there where mothers share their concerns or how they juggle and all that. I should go through it one day.
I also think it's important to, besides reading, besides talking to your friends, I think it's important to listen to each other's problems. Kan?
Yeah. Okay, for example, I myself, I build my own network lah kononnya lah. Like for example, I do my own walks, right, on my weekends or weekdays. And I have with some of them, they bring their children along, or some of them have 6 children, 4 children at different ages. So that becomes my 1 hour of consultation dengan orang. So, macam mana you buat gini buat exercising and all that. Yeah, so I take that as an opportunity to consult in other mothers who have more experience, and there's no harm in reaching out, I guess.
What walk is this?
I'm brisk walk je. Ainon brisk walk group gitu.
Tak, you mean every morning you have this?
No lah, not morning. I try to do something that is
not every morning.
Tak ada lah. Morning I exercise on the bed. But I try to do something that, like for example, my me time. That's something that I can continue even after I go back to work. So I look at something in the evenings. Morning kita semua tengah get ready to work lah kan. So jangan feeling nak exercise in the morning. Nanti lepas balik kerja je habis, hilang semua rutin. So I try to start in the evening, macam 8 PM, just do 1 hour walk around my neighborhood. So that's my form of exercise and my opportunity to network and, you know, have a base of mothers. Most are mothers. And funny thing is they find it comforting as well, and they look forward to this walk sometime, because that's their 1 hour away from the children, and also to exercise because they don't have time. You know, so that's a me time that we get to consult one another.
Alright. I
Penat
think
kan? And we
you
didn't-
shared a lot with us.
Yeah.
Atika, are you okay?
Yeah, but I just got one last question for
Apa dia?
Ainon.
Yes.
Have you ever felt like macam you just apa ni?
Guilty
Lupa question dia.
Dia nak tanya Ainon. Okay.
Mana?
How?
I think dia takut lah. Dia nak
Takut.
jadi new mom.
Oh, tak ada. Like, is there any instances that you feel like you macam failed as a mother to Amaya and Adania?
Feel as a mother.
Or you just macam dah nak
There,
give
no,
up?
especially when you lose it. When you just lose it. Okay, one tip I feel that there are going to be so many instances where you just, sudah lah. You know that kind of thing, like enough. Okay, but I went to talks, and sometimes I do talks. I mean, I listen to ustaz lah, apa like that. But I think the best thing to do in such situations, right, is just walk away. Don't ever let yourself get to that point where you just lose it. I have lost it so many times, and kesian budak tu, bukan budak tu faham. You know, like I said, the when they look at you with that fear in their eyes, right, that's just scary. Kesian. That to me is when I have failed. When I have failed to talk, and when I shout and scream, and I see fear in my child's face when I should be the loving figure, that's when I fail. And that's when I mentioned earlier, I'm nangis, I'm in the shower and all that. Like that's my failure, not being able to control myself. Then there's going to be so many instances of that, but you cannot feel guilty lah. It's part and parcel of motherhood, I feel. But when you feel like you're getting to that point, just walk away, calm down, go inside the room, lock yourself for a while. You know, if the child is in safe lah, jangan tinggalkan dekat anyhow. Just then come back to the child later. Yeah, those instances is when I feel like I failed, when I lost it. I just shout and scream. Yeah.
How do you want to be remembered when your kids are grown up?
Okay, this is funny because when I remember vividly when Amaya was about a year old, I look at her, saya tahu macam feeling emo kan, just look at her and just macam, Amaya, when Umi is not here, and then when you try to explain to her about the concept of life or after like orang meninggal, and you say, oh, go to Allah, you know, yeah, go and meet Allah and all that. It's something that I try not to think about, to be honest, because at the end of the day, it's a reality. We will have to go through it, and we try to prepare. But how, they won't understand it at this point, right? They don't. But how to explain?
Apa dia cerita sedih?
It's inevitable. Inevitable. It's a reality. Okay. One thing that I myself personally macam thought about death is when I found out that I had pre-cancer. Then when I had, at that point in time, Amaya was just 7 months old, and I told myself, Ya Allah, takkanlah I want to go. My daughter won't even remember me. She will not have any memory of me if I were to go now. I had cervical pre-cancer at that point. Then Alhamdulillah, I got over that stage. But that was when I really macam, it's so sad. Death is so real. They are your legacy, and then you realize that they are also your investment. Like one reason to have a child is that they are your investment for akhirah. Only their du'as are able to help you, your children, to help you go through. I mean, at the end of the day, they are your personal investment for akhirah as well. That's another reason. But how I want to be remembered, of course, as a loving mother that has always been there when in everything that they did. I want to be the person that they consult for, even boyfriend, come to me. I'd rather be the first to know rather than your friends. I want to be the person that always is laughing. You know, that person macam the light of the party. I want to be remembered as that.
And you are.
Inshallah. But of course, for now, her memory is me holding a hanger. I will try to erase that memory from her, but yeah, now it's a hanger. So that's the memory right now. I have to really erase it, but yeah, it's inevitable. We will go through it. They will lose us one day, just like how we will lose our parents. Yeah. So that's the risk we take. Yeah, but we hope they remember us in the first place.
Yeah.
Thank
you,
Ainon. Thank you so
and
much.
congratulations to the baby.
Thanks.
Happy advance Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Times 2 this time. Oh my god.
And we wish all mothers out there, right?
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to Atika soon.
InsyaAllah.
When are you due, by the way?
June.
June. June apa?
June 16.
Hari Raya, March. Hari Raya, March. InsyaAllah, everything will go smooth for you. Be positive, okay?
Okay. You share so much. And
Thanks,
teach so
Ainon.
much. Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
it's a very good insight for us.
Yep.
Yeah, probably it changes my perspective lah.
Really?
Yes,
I
no
hope,
more
I
baby
hope.
fat anymore, but this is good.
Why you go baby fair? Tak payahlah pergi baby fair.
Alright,
Prep.
let's wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, prep.
Thank you so much for watching.
Alright.
We also have a podcast coming up, right?
InsyaAllah.
Correct. Yes, just stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Type and Try, and you'll get all the insights and info lah. Alright. Okay. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Plan kita ni berjaya kan? Gagah seperti naga.
Jelita setiap masa.